Happy New Year! Welcome back to Viewpoint Christian Academy for another Monday Moments. At Viewpoint, we are all about empowering parents for Christian education. It's 2022. And as we begin a brand new year, I want to encourage you about the importance of receiving and searching out constructive criticism to help you have the best Christian education program you can possibly have. Stay tuned. As we begin a new year, I was recently reminded about the importance of constructive criticism and how it helps us to become better in our lives and our programs, etc. I titled this video, Lie to Me, because of an experience I had. It was not that long ago, somewhere after Christmas, between New Year's, I can't remember. It was a few days, probably a week or so ago. At this time of the year, obviously, we are apt to indulge in different sweets and desserts and all those kind of things. And so I made the mistake of getting on the scale in my house. And I thought to myself, well, I might as well do this and check it out and see what's going on, see what the damage is, see how I'm going to have to prepare for this as the new year starts, all that kind of stuff, right? So I got on the scale, and as I was on the scale, I was bracing myself and preparing for the worst, and I got a tremendous blessing. The scale came up and said, low. I thought to myself, all right, thank you for the encouragement today. My weight is low. Praise the Lord. Well, actually, it was the battery that was low, but I took the compliment as I could. I thought, all right, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's fine. But no, obviously, the scale lied to me. And sometimes we just want people to lie to us and tell us what we want to hear rather than what we really need to hear. I want to read a passage to you found in the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verses 31 through 33. And I'm reading this in the New Living Translation. If you listen to constructive criticism, you will be at home among the wise. If you reject discipline, you only harm yourself. But if you listen to correction, you grow in understanding. Fear of the Lord teaches wisdom. Humility precedes honor. And the gist of that verse is basically, it comes right out and says that if you listen and receive constructive criticism, you will be numbered among the wise. God has placed people in our lives to help us to see what we might call blind spots in our life. We're going along, we think we're doing well, we think we're doing exactly what we need to do, and then all of a sudden, somebody points out to us this area that needs to be improved. I was blessed recently by a brother in our church who came to me and he asked me, can you give me some feedback on this particular thing that he was doing? And so I was able to say, look, I think you're doing this well, but maybe you could improve on this. And the fact that he came out and sought that constructive criticism was a real blessing. And it showed that he was looking to do his very best for the Lord and to grow and to become all that God wanted him to be in that area. He was willing to go out and seek constructive criticism that would help him to grow. Now, the idea, though, behind constructive criticism is that it can be hard to receive sometimes. It really can. And sometimes people don't always deliver it correctly. They come with a bad attitude. Now, sometimes family can be guilty of this, right? We can go to someone and say, and just with a bad attitude, you need to knock this off, you're doing this wrong, this, that, and the other thing. And, brothers and sisters or moms and dads and husbands and wives, sometimes we can be a little harsh and abrasive when we approach this. The key, though, is to learn to receive that constructive criticism even when the delivery is not so desirable. I'll never forget when I was in college, I had a dorm dean. His name was Chris Bowman, and Chris had the opportunity to go around and travel on some tours and speak at some Christian education conferences. And one day in a devotion that all the guys were having together in the dorm, he shared an experience that he had. Because at the end of the conferences, they would always have the attendees fill out, comment sheets. And some say, "Oh, great job! I love this. Good job!" and all these kind of things. You get all the all the high praise and all that kind of stuff. But one person at one of these conferences decided to just go down and eviscerate this guy. They just started writing all of these kinds of criticisms, personal criticisms, content criticism, all kinds of stuff. And, usually you take the thing, okay, just one person with some sour grapes, they're just not religious, but not Chris. No. You know what he did with that? He took it and he put it in a frame and he put it on his desk. And every day at work, he would be reminded that these were some areas that needed to be improved in his presentation and in what he was doing. Now, usually we'll see that and think, okay, not going to listen to that person. They're just being, abrasive. They're being kind of a quote unquote jerk. I don't want that. No, he said, you know what? I don't care how the delivery was made. These are things I need to hear and I need to see. And it's always stuck with me, the fact that he was willing to receive constructive criticism even when the person that was delivering it was doing it with a poor attitude. We need to be able to do the same thing. But the key is for us to help other people. If we're going to deliver constructive criticism that will bless our children, that will bless our families, that will bless our church, that will bless others, we have to be able to learn how to deliver it. And so I would encourage you this year, as you go into a brand new year, look at what you're doing and seek out constructive criticism. Seek out those who can tell you, look, you can do this better. I used to have every year, or most every year, someone come and visit my school and tell me, look, here's what you're doing, here's what, and they would go down the list. They would just kind of walk around, and their job was to be able to help me improve my program. A lot of times they would just come and say, oh, you're doing a good job, keep up the good work. I didn't need to hear that. I didn't need to just be told, good job. Now, look, I know we need encouragement and all that kind of stuff, and I was blessed by their encouragement, but what I really needed to know is, what can I do to make things better? I had one fella, Keith Hill, good friend of Christian education, come and visit my school one year, probably about 17, 18 years ago. It's been a long time. And he visited my school, and at the end, he walked around, he observed, he did all these things, and then at the very end, he began to go down through this list of things where I could improve. Everything from put some WD-40 on the hinges of the bathroom doors because they're making a lot of noise and it's a distraction, to this, that, and I thought, wow, this is great. And I took all of those things and I was able to incorporate them into my program to help make it better. That's what I want. I want to learn how to make things better. When a child scores their work in our program, they're not going to go back and say, all right, I got 9 out of 10 correct on this lesson. I got 9 out of 10 correct on this page. Woo! I'm all set. No, they're going to go back and they're going to address the one question that they got wrong, fix it, because that's where they need to focus on improving. That's what they need to learn. That's where they need to get better at. And that is the ability to receive constructive criticism. Our children need that ability. Parents need that ability. Leaders need that ability. So I want to encourage you with that this year. Look for those that can speak into your life the things that you need to be better, to be all that God wants you to be. Don't look for those that will lie to you. Look for those that will give you the truth that you need to become your absolute best. God bless you and have a fantastic 2022. Excited about what the Lord is going to do this year in your home, in your life, in your ministry, in Viewpoint Christian Academy. A lot of great things I think that the Lord has in store for us. Let me just encourage you, next week and the week after, we're going to have a 2-part series of an interview that I was able to do with Mary Ellen Siegler of Massachusetts Family Institute. She's going to talk about how to address issues that come up in our world because of comprehensive sexuality education and other areas. And so I wanted to just encourage you, don't miss it. Pay attention, be on the lookout for the next 2 Mondays in our month, and really pay attention. Also, I want to remind you, I'm going to put a link in here as well, is that in the month of January, we celebrate Sanctity of Human Life. Sanctity of Human Life Sunday is going to be January 16th this year. Last year, I was blessed to produce a video called Developing a Biblical Worldview, or a pro-life worldview, right? Pro-life generation. And it's all about how we can encourage our children. And I did interviews with Michael King, Marissa Fagerquist. I did interviews with Michael Doherty, and shared some testimonies and some examples of how we can build a sense of the value of life from conception on. If you haven't yet seen it, check it out on our YouTube channel. And if you're a ministry leader, a pastor, etc., and you're interested in using clips from that, it would be my privilege to share those with you. Just message me, and I can send you a link. You can download them. You can look at them right off of YouTube. But also, if you're looking for a direct download to use, I would be happy to provide the whole thing or clips, so that you can use that to help encourage your congregation to develop a pro-life worldview. God bless you. You have a great, great week. If you're looking for help, we're happy to do it. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. Call us. Say, hey, can you help me with this? Can you give me suggestions here? We are ready to do that. God bless.